The Apple M1 didn't come out of nowhere. It was over a decade in the making. Let's break down the real story behind the so-called sudden success of the M1 chip. First, Apple had been building a desktop-class ARM team in secret since 2008. When they bought PA Semi and Intrinsity, they weren't just after mobile chips. They brought in engineers from DEC Alpha, PowerPC, and AMD K8 backgrounds. These folks already knew how to design high IPC, wide-issue CPUs. From the A4 to the A13 Bionic, every iPhone chip was a stealth desktop design. Mobile-sized, but built with big core instincts, wide decode, aggressive out-of-order execution, and big caches. Second, Apple's yearly iPhone schedule created a guaranteed R&D treadmill. Every new A-series chip was a lab in production. A6, first fully custom core. A7, first 64-bit ARM v8. A10, split perf and efficiency cores. A12, neural engine integration. A13, huge jump in IPC and memory efficiency. By A13, the core was already good enough for desktop. It just needed more power and bandwidth. Third, Intel's delays were hurting the Mac. Between 2015 and 2020, Intel's 14nm issues stalled MacBook refreshes. Apple had no control over the roadmap, thermal performance, or release timing. Internally, ARM on Mac experiments began as early as 2015. A10X-based test boards reportedly ran macOS years before M1 was public. Then came the big decision: go all in. Around 2017, Apple greenlit a Mac-class ARM SoC. They took the A13 and removed the leash: bigger die, more cores, wider buses, and higher sustained power. No need to invent a new core, just let it breathe. Meanwhile, the OS and compiler teams had already been dual-targeting x86 and ARM for years. Darwin, LLVM, Metal, all ready to go. By the time M1 Silicon taped out, macOS booted day one, with Rosetta 2 already translating x86 apps surprisingly well. But maybe the real secret? Cross-pollination. Every iPhone, iPad, and Mac effort fed into the next. Learnings from thermal constraints on phones made the MacBook Air possible without a fan. By 2020, Apple's Silicon team had already validated their architecture across hundreds of millions of devices. The tipping point was Intel's 2019 Ice Lake yield issues. Apple literally couldn't get enough CPUs. That lit the fuse. In less than 3 years, Apple ported macOS, scaled the A13 core, and launched the M1, a chip that felt like a leap, but was really a long game finally paying off.